It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He got to the century mark in receiving last week with a pair of scores. It's the 49ers and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. But straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Ray McLeod. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions in only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Prescott from the gun. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Dallas.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Offense is moving it a little bit out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's third down. And look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into a proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, shedding the tackle. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
After one, 7-0 on the EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
I think they got one of them left off with the shutout that they coached last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Down to the 10, and into the end zone. Pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that point.
Extra point try now for Moody. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Shoves him aside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And that play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. With the Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Brings up second and 8.
Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Flyers! Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Prescott looks to throw on first. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. There he goes left side. And crossover out of bounds right at the 25. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
First down, Cowboys.
Throwing, Prescott. Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On third down, it's Prescott. Shakes off this, but he can't get away forever. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So we reach halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. They look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The real football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and now some over-eagerness to try and block this, and it might turn into a first down. File that under the heading of catastrophe there.
No doubt about it. You're about to get the ball back, and yet you can't hold your water. End up jumping, and now you give him a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Prescott now. Escapes the sack. Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It's a final return for a 49er touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Third and long for Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20 and running with power here. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one. And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield. Oh, this is blocked. And thankfully, the offense able to recover the extra point attempt foiled. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss. Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team does. And there he goes again. Still going past the 30. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Again, Elbert partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch. Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up and they're still down double digits. So you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well. Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains. begins here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he is caught. And now off to the races down the right side. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
43 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Give him 32 on the play. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. They're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that flag accepted. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Oh, the Cowboys recovered it. Yes, Cowboy football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Here's Dak. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And he will have a Niners first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. They go play action here. Purdy to the goal line, but it It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
That's caught by Debo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
Well, business as usual for them, well on their way to another victory, riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 57 yards.
A 57-yard gain.
One last shot now for Prescott. And it's caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the run. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for San Francisco, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they dropped below 500 to 2-3 with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.